Welcome and thanks for joining us at EMII.com. I'm Kathleen Reddington with your hedge fund headlines. Today is Tuesday, July 22nd, 2008. According to Reuters, the U.S. hedge fund Harbinger suspended talks due to lengthy regulatory process involved in buying British satellite communications firm Inmarsat. According to a Harbinger statement, it remains interested in acquiring control of Inmarsat. Harbinger already owns 28% of Inmarsat. Harbinger is actively considering whether to pursue relevant regulatory and competition approvals to be able to make an offer for Inmarsat in the future. If there is an acceptable conclusion to the regulatory approval process, Harbinger would re-enter into discussions with the board of Inmarsat regarding the terms of an offer and endeavor to seek a recommendation from the Inmarsat board at that time. Staying with the hedge fund news, according to VC Circle, Dutch bank Rabobank announced that the Indian private equity fund it sponsors held its first close at $85 million. The food and agriculture specialist launched the Indian fund with the same focus. They aim to raise $100 million, and with the option to sell more shares if demand permits of up to $120 million. Rabobank is invested $25 million, and other investors that committed $20 million each include the International Finance Corporation, the private equity division of the World Bank, Dutch Entrepreneurial Development Bank, FMO, and DEG, and a unit of German KfW banking group. The rest of the funding will come from private investors. And in more hedge fund news, according to Reuters, a deal potentially worth $2 billion. Private equity firms Silver Lake and Providence Equity Partners have teamed up for a stake in a unit of China's Huawei Technologies, according to one source involved in the process. Others involved in the deal are AEA Investors, a mid-sized private equity firm, and General Atlantic. As mid-sized firms, that team would likely have to bring in a third partner to clinch Huawei's fast-growing mobile devices division. U.S. private equity firms have jumped at the chance to pursue the unit, attracted to its size and growth potential, not just in China, but across the world. Huawei has made no secret of its plans to expand into the United States. And in other hedge fund news, according to hedge fund research, allocations into hedge funds slowed to their lowest quarterly level since the fourth quarter of 2005. Volatile financial markets prompted investors to adjust strategy exposures. International Securities Finance reports that investors allocated $12.5 billion of new capital to the industry for the quarter, bringing the total capital flows for 2008 to approximately $29 billion. In comparison, the first 6 months of 2007 saw an inflow of approximately $118 billion in a year that ended with a record total inflow of $194.5 billion. Flows for the second quarter of 2007 were $58.7 billion. And that rounds out today's hedge fund headlines. Thanks for joining us on EMII.com. For more details on these stories and much more, click onto our hedge fund channel online and read the full stories and latest developments.